All right. That's not really part of our progression. The going from the C to the A minor to the F, but you can do it. I mean, that kind of thing. And remember, and it sounds good. This C E G is the 1-4-5 that we were talking about. The C and then the E, and then the G pentatonic for that, you know, for that diatonic. All right. Now we move each shape along one, and what happens, I'm going to keep this on the board. G shape goes to E according to the magic chart, right? Here's a little bit of it. G shape will go to E. E shape goes to D in the next cage up. And then C shape is going to go to A. All right? It gets interesting because then we talk about the minor rule. And the minor rule says that as you go up the cage, okay, so now we're going to go from this cage, which is G on the bottom, to the E, to an E-shaped G, okay? The minor is going to be one below that E shape. So now the relative minor, the E minor, if you will, of that E-shaped G is no longer going to be this. Well, actually, okay, from the G shape, it's going to be an E minor shape. But from the E shape, it ain't going to be an E minor shape. Okay, because that's just a G minor. Remember, from the E shape, going to an E minor shape is a G minor. That's not it. The rule is it goes down one pentatonic scale, so it's going to be a D minor shape. So it'll be something like this. And remember about this particular D minor here. It's 7-3-5 here. All right, that is on the bar. Whereas if you had when you had the D minor from this E shape, from this F, that D minor was not on the bar, because here's the bar. The bar is on the E. You can call that 3 and E, right? And E, right there. But when you go to the F shape, the E minor is not on this original bar. It's one up. So it's a difference between and, but they're one step, whole step up from one another. So it's just like their second inversion. Okay, so it changes. So G goes to E, and E goes to D, and C goes to A. If that's not hard enough to figure out, and remember, because you can use the magic chart for the major difference, right? So it's D. The G. Alright? If it's not hard enough to figure out, then for each one of these shapes, you want the relative minors of those and they're going to have to be, they're just going to be different. Because remember, the relative minor for this E-shaped F here was a D minor shape. But now the relative minor for this E shape, it's still a D minor shape, but it's the third. It's the 3-5-7. Same shape, different location. Let's look at a different one. The relative minor for this C was A minor. If you got a problem, I can help. The relative A minor there, sorry about that. Over here when you go to the A shape, okay, the relative over here with this C right here, it's not, it still goes to an A minor shape, but look at those A minor shapes changing. They're going to change. Alright, so that's the important thing to remember. It's not going to be exactly the same. It looks more similar than I was trying to explain. For the C, you get an A minor third, 3-5-7. For this C, you get, but remember, now the C is the fourth. Here it's the fifth. Here it's the fourth, and this C is the root. Okay, so the next cage up, we're going to do a D-shaped G, which is going to be here, and a C-shaped a C-shaped F. Okay, wait, D-shaped C. All right, the fourth is going to be C-shaped F. See, it's important to keep these things in mind. So here's the C-shaped F. 4, 6, root 4. Alright, and then the G-shaped root. So remember, our root is in the key of C, so it's, so doing all three of them is so it's, that's the A minor, sorry. There's the C-shaped F and the G. So when are we going to get to playing a progression? So that's how the progression moves along. And then we have a C-shaped G. Okay, so that's going to be way up here. Its minor is going to be an A minor shape, but it's A minor shape E minor. Alright, and that's what's going on with the cage shapes on that progression. Now, I'm not going to try and go into how we do the pentatonics. We did that a little bit before last time. How we're going to do the pentatonics on that scale and how they would connect. So say you get the thing going. And then one at a time you go. To the C shape. See how I got to the C there? Not really. So you can do the pentatonics on it. Now you can play the bass down here in this C box and then do the pentatonics from up here. So if you go do the E from up here. Okay, then it's going to be the D, but we don't want to start the D shape from the bottom string.